Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So I'm very excited to share this video with you today. I am going to be showing you how I have saved around $250 through $1,000 a year. I have been making my own wax for a year now, and it saves me money. It saves me the trip from having to go to the beauty salon. It saves me time, gas, money, everything. So if you're interested in seeing how I make my own wax, just keep on watching my video. Using about half of your sugar, you're going to want to put that into the pot, and as well as half of your lemon juice, and as well as half of your water. And you're just going to want to stir this until, it starts to boil. And with this thing, you're just going to want to keep stirring and stirring. And I went ahead and added a little bit more sugar into the mix. And here, I just went ahead and added all of the sugar. And this is how it's looking like after a few minutes of boiling. And this is probably like 15 minutes after how it's looking like. So here's a close-up. So this has been boiling for about a good 20 to 25 minutes. It's going to turn into a darker brown. I completely forgot to shoot in when I scooped in the honey, but I did add the honey once it was boiling. And here I just had to let this cool down just to kind of get a feel of the texture, just to see if it was like ready or not. Because if the product is too liquidy, it is not ready. It needs to be a little bit more thicker once it's cooled down. So what I'm doing now is just rising the temperature. And you just have to keep stirring and stirring this product. So once I finish boiling, I've let it cool down, and you're just going to want to keep stirring that mixture just a little bit. I'm going to be moving it off the hot pan, and then after it has cooled down for about 10 minutes, if the wax has stuck to the pot, you're going to want to heat it up for maybe a minute, not too much. You don't want to boil it. And then afterwards, once you have finished doing that, you're going to want to get your mason jar and put it in the jar. Just kidding, you're not going to put it in the jar. No, I was just kidding, yes. We are going to put it in the mason jar. And yeah, that's how I make my wax. It's very simple. And that's how the product looks like once it's finished. Very easy, very simple. This will last you maybe about 6 months, depending if you don't, if you don't use it too much. And I'm just giving you a close-up of how the product looks like once it's finished. So the cleanup couldn't be any easier. Seriously, it's even easier than making this wax, to be honest with you. All that you're going to want to do is just fill up the pot with water, and you're just going to want to let this boil for maybe 10 minutes or something like that. And this is how it looks like after a few minutes. One thing that I completely forgot to do was to put this thing that I had my spoon on earlier. So you're going to want to make sure that you put this in before the water is already in there, but I forgot, so I put it in after. But like I said, I just put it in before it was boiling, and this is how it looks like after it's been boiling for about 10 minutes on high heat. And you just turn it off and gently, very carefully pour it down the sink. So when you're cleaning this up, I just use regular soap, and it comes off very easily. I was really surprised like how easily this wax comes off. So I was thinking that I was going to be stuck on there, having a really hard time, and I didn't. I did use a steel wool cloth just to remove some of the wax that did get stuck on it, but as you can see, this wooden spoon, none of the wax is stuck in the gaps of the spoon. I wish cleaning up dishes were this fast in real life. I'd probably be done like so much quicker. But anyways, this is how the pot looks like. There's no wax in it. It's super cool. It's not sticky. It's awesome. I'm really liking how easy this cleans up. Seriously, so easy. And yeah, that is us. What's up, guys? Hey, this is my boyfriend recording back there. So moving on to the wax strips. So using the wax strips, I just use a mat, a rolling scissors, old t-shirt, and just a Ziploc bag to put the strips in, and that's all I use. And I start to cut with the rolling scissors under the armpit, and you're just going to want to cut that like a straight edge, or really just in any shape design you want. I find it easier to work with the other part first. And here you're just going to cut the sides of the shirt, just to kind of have 2 pieces of fabric versus just 1 tube. And you're going to want to do the same to the other side of the fabric. So once you have 2 pieces of fabrics, just find the center of the shirt and just cut right along the middle. And with the half of the shirt, I'm going to be cutting around 5 inches in width. But to be honest with you, you can cut these strips in whatever length that you'd like. Depending if you're going to be using this for your legs, you might want to use, a bigger strip of paper. Of fabric, just to, cover more of your skin and, finish waxing much quicker. Versus the little ones, because it would take forever. But yeah, you just do the same thing to the other half, cutting in the size that you prefer. And that's it. That's how I store it. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you've enjoyed on how to make this wax. Like I said, it saves me a ton of money, a ton of time. I love this method, and it's super duper cheap. It probably costs you like $10 to make all in total. Depending what kind of products you use. If you use organic products, it's probably going to be, a little bit, more expensive. But if you use just like regular sugar or like regular non-organic products, it'll probably be cheaper. But overall, still pretty cheap in comparison of having to pay, each time you go to salon like $5, like another $5, like another $5, like maybe 10 or 20 to do your legs. I don't know. It just adds up, and it's really expensive. But anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye. And my boyfriend is sexually harassing Mona. She's gonna call HR. Yeah.
There's no HR, Mona. There's no HR when we're going.
He cheats on me with her all the time. I don't know how I put up with him. I don't know.
There's no HR. Shh.
You see? And in front of my face.
Don't tell anybody.
Qué descarado.
That's bad funny. It was funny. Jesus.
So cheating is funny now, apparently.
Oh, God.